Ahorita ando sola aquí en el apartamento de mi mamá. No he hablado con ninguno de mis amigos ni mis exparejas en bastante tiempo. Me contestaron unos mensajes, yo creo que fue hace más de un año, más de 2 años, cuando estaba yo de visita en la casa de una de mis tías. Pero nomás me contestó últimamente, en estos meses no, pero en los últimos años. Los últimos que me contestaron fueron, si no estoy equivocada, parece que era David, Marcos, Dylan y Edward. Esos son los últimos que me contestaron. Jay, Paul, JJ y todos ellos ya no me hablan. Ni los que mencioné hace ratito tampoco. Cuando estaba yo en la escuela, yo no acabé todo el curso de la escuela, pero sí atendí casi todos los días la mayor parte del programa. Pero no me fue muy bien porque por un tiempo no fui. Pero era por lo mismo porque andaba yo dejando unas amistades y una relación que tenía en la escuela. Y ya estaba empezando a faltar mucho en la escuela y no estar pasando las clases. Y eso, ahorita tengo 31. Y cuando yo empecé a tener problemas tenía yo como 13 o 16 años, más o menos en esa edad. Pero pues ahorita ya tengo 31, ya dejé las amistades desde que estaba en la high school. Cuando yo dejé la escuela, dejé las amistades. Dejé de hablarles, dejé de buscarlos, dejé de ir para la casa de ellos y empecé a pasar más tiempo con mi mamá. Y mi mamá me quitó los defectos que tenía yo de estar necesitando drogas, estar necesitando tener relaciones con los hombres. Ella me quitó las malas costumbres. Y entonces dicen que siempre seas inteligente con las amistades que escoges, que porque dependiendo con quién te juntes de amigo es quien tú vas a ser con las personas. O sea, dependiendo con quién te juntes, dependiendo qué familia tienes, dependiendo cómo sea la persona, depending how the person is and who it is that you talk to, that's how you're going to be with the other people. That's why it's important that you choose wisely at school, at work, in the community, in the house, and in the city that you're at, who you want to be friends with. Depending how the person is, it's how you're going to be around other people. If you choose a person that's graduated, that goes to college, that behaves very well, doesn't talk ugly to their parent, doesn't mistreat the family, doesn't mistreat the friends, and has a very good way of talking and being friends with or being around other people, then you've chosen the right kind of people. But when you talk to a person who always has trouble, always has a bad intention, always has a bad perspective, always has bad expectations, always has a bad behavior, always has a bad representation, and a bad way of thinking, you will be like the person. So always choose wisely who you want to be friends with at school, who you're going to be friends with in the house, who you're going to be friends with in the city that you're in the neighborhood, and at school. If you choose the right kind of people, the right kind of group of students, they will help you become better. They will give you good ideas, they will support you with schoolwork, and they will want to be there for you when you need them. And for all the right intentions and all the right reasons. And there's some people that graduated, went off to college, are planning to have a wedding in the future. But first, they focus on school. They focus on their education. But they go to their mom and dad at home on the weekends, or they go to their friends on the weekends, and they spend Monday through Friday at school in college, dedicating their entire time to the education. Some people have their own transportation. Some people have a roommate and they share transportation. Some people have a driver's license and some are working on their driver's license, which is why they get a friend to take them to work or to school or to college, depending what age you have and where you're at. Some people went off to college. Some people went off to another state with their family. Some people went off to another school in Texas, but outside of the Rio Grande Valley. Some people left the state for college, for another college out of state. Some people failed all their classes in high school and are still working on their GED or on their high school diploma. Some people are earning the credits that they didn't earn in high school because they want to earn the certificate of the high school diploma or the GED. And some people are planning to finish that and then go to college or go to some classes at an office for something, for a certificate. And that's why transportation is important, because you need a driver's license. You need work so you could pay your car. You need to have at least one relative or two on your contacts list. If all your relatives always turn you down, always tell you no, it means that they have a bad expectation or a bad thought of how you are, who you are, and how you've been around them. Always make sure that you stay close to your family, like your brothers, your sisters, your mom, your dad, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, your grandma, your grandpa, your friend, your best friend, your second cousin, your sister-in-law, your brother-in-law, your husband, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law. That's it. Like you need to learn how to be around other people. Sometimes in my situation, my family hasn't came to visit on the weekends. And I have a lot of families. I have my mom's youngest sister. I have my mom's oldest sister in Houston. I have my mom's oldest brother in Houston. My mom's youngest brother here in San Juan, where we live at. We have my mom's second oldest sister that lives also here in San Juan. We have my mom's third oldest sister who lives in Far. And I live here in San Juan in Texas. And not one single one of them has came on a schedule, like on a weekly schedule, like where they say I'll go over on the weekends, or I'll go once a month, or I'll go once a week. Nothing. If I see them once a year, I think of the whole year, I see them only a few times. No more than a whole 30 times. Like it's rare when I see them. If I go see them once a month or a few times out of the month, the invitation won't last more than a few hours. There was a time where I would go and stay with my aunt, and she didn't want to have me at her house. She's like, I'm sorry, but I really have to go to work. I have to wake up early tomorrow. You can stay, but stay in my daughter's room because we're going to leave in the morning and I have to go to work. And she'll be like, I have to wake up every morning at that time. You can stay. And I was a witness of that she would wake up every morning very early. She would shower, do her makeup, change, and do her breakfast. And she'll go back straight to work after she would drop off her daughter at school. And she won't be back home with the kids or anything until after 5 o'clock. 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And she has to prepare the meals for her husband. She has to have everything ready for the kids. Like the kids, they use the microwave because they don't know how to cook very well. So she fills up her whole freezer with microwavables. And she leaves sandwiches and stuff that's easy to do at the house for them. And so, so that's an example of what we are fixing right now. Like, we don't have a schedule like where you say, oh, we're going to come every weekends to visit. Like, nobody comes to visit. And I cannot go visit them either because right away they start saying, it's because I work Monday through Friday. It's because I work all week. Oh, it's because I'm not going to be here. Like, there's always an excuse about why they can't be there on the weekends or at least a few times out of the month. And so it sucks because it's just me and my mom. I don't have brothers and sisters. I don't have a husband or a wife. I was supposed to have a wedding back in high school. It didn't happen for me. And so ever since, everything's been going a whole different direction. Sometimes I feel like if I'm married to the person, but like if the person just used me, like if they didn't want to be there for me. And it's sad because I was there for him for at least one semester and he didn't do the same in return. And it would be very nice if he would try to at least do that, to do the same in return. But I don't like people doing stuff behind my back. I'm just not like that. Like if you're going to do something to me, I would rather it be in person, not in a conversation or a message or anything like that. So yeah, so my family doesn't come on the weekends or on a weekly or monthly schedule. And I'm starting to feel alone here at the house. And it's not even a house, it's an apartment. So I'm already planning on moving out. I'm moving back to Alamo. And once I get transportation, I'll make visits, which is something very important. And I'll see if I can go off to college after that.